So while I was away, I decided for the old resin printer, I picked up this Mate Air Purifier. So it looks a little damaged on the box there, but I'm going to set that up. So that will plug into the back of this thing. It's got a little panel around here which you can undo. See this thing here, and that's supposed to plug in, take away all the nasty fumes and put them through a carbon air purifier. Let's see if that'll help me live longer. While I was at it, I also picked up a stainless steel filter funnel with a built-in filter, so that when I'm pouring my resin back into the bottles when it's not being used, that'll keep it nice and clean. I also picked up a spare plate. Let's open up this thing here. So picked up a spare one of these, the build plate, and put that down there, basically because they were having a 2-for-1 if I also bought the spare resin tank to go with it. There's a method to my madness there. So what I was thinking was that if I'm using these things for water-based, and then I've got regular resin, I'm going to have to be constantly cleaning them and washing them out all the time. So if I have one just for the water, one for the regular, it might help speed things up. Also, they were having a sale on this water-based V2 resin. So I grabbed 6 2-kilogram bottles of that. Oh, sorry, 3 2-kilogram bottles. So I got 6 kilograms in total. So not in the mood to start putting this together now. So tomorrow I'll start doing an unboxing. I'll clear up the desktop there and get this air purifier connected, and we'll see how that all works out. Catch you tomorrow. Okay, so let's go and set up this air purifier. So as I've mentioned before, the smell from the vat here is something else, even with the water soluble. So the Elegoo resin printers do have, if I spin this around, these plates on the back where you can connect these air purifiers. So I'm going to go and remove this plate and see how this thing works. I'll look at this side. So let's see what I have here. In fact, just to make life easier, let's take the vat out so we don't make any mess. There we go. And see if it actually fits these screws. There we go, so it's the mid-range hex key or Allen key, depending on what side of the Atlantic you come from. takes off that little back panel. So you can now see a giant hole through there. Pop that back in there and keep these screws and the panel safe just in case I ever want to put it back on again. Alright, so let's open up the box, see what we got here. And once again, keep your box, because if you do have to send it back to Elegoo, they want the original box. I don't know if I showed you yesterday. I mean, that was done by the mailing company. So things are normally packed very well, so I'm hoping we've got no issues with that. So here's our instruction book. We've got a tube. I've got a replacement back panel, which I'm guessing goes on there. And then one end of the tube will probably go into it. We've got here power supply. We've got a wrench and various screws, which I guess go into the back of this. Safe. And then it looks like we have the air purifier itself. That from the box. Something else back in. So, seems a nice, straightforward unit. Got an on-off auto speed and filter button on top. So let's take a look at the manual. Although I've got to say it looks pretty straightforward what needs to happen. But never guess, always read the manual. That's how you take the unit apart. There's two push buttons there. There's your filter, carbon filters in there if you ever end up exchanging them. Alright, so this needs to go on there. And the screws need to come in from the other side. Open up the little pack. So four long screws that need to go on to tiny little these nuts. Where the heck do they want stuff to go? So there's the screw. It's the right size. I guess I've got to try and get the excellent on the other side. Turn that around. That is just the right size to hold the nut, to tighten it. So this is going to be fun. There it is, sticking through. Okay. I'm just going to put the screws through first and put these onto the end of them. And then tighten them all up. Okay. I'm going to hit pause while I hunt for my missing nut. Okay, so with this, spin this round. So now I've got that on nice and tight. That's where our hose is going to attach to. I'm just going to put one end in there for the moment. Close that up. So the question is, where do we position these? So I've got this annoying bit of wood right in the middle of my desk here. It's going to get in the way. So I'm just going to put this around here, because I need to access the USB port on that side. But I should have, get everything out of the way, enough space next to the wash and cure station. Slide this in. Take the hose and plug it into the back of the station here. That up. Take the power supply. located at the top there, drop this down the back. And I'll try and find somewhere to plug it in. I've already used up one of the plugs down here for the wash and cure station. I'm going to go and run and get a multi-plug adapter. Back in a minute. Alright, back again. So these things are amazing. You know you've got about 10 of them scattered around the house not being used. But when you're looking for them, do you think you can find the buggers? No, they freaking hide. Anyway, eventually I know it's gone. There, right. There we go. So, why do I have a nice bright red light? There we go. And it lights up green, so I guess it does a quick self-test. And we're ready to go. Going to put this on auto. There it is. Working already. So, simple as that. So yeah. Panel off the back of the machine, replace it, touch your hoses, plug it in, and away you go. Now I'm going to do a few prints. I'm working on a 7 of 9 from Star Trek resin print at the moment. And let's see if this reduces the smell a bit. And hopefully it's worth the money. It's a chunk of change, but I'm hoping it'll keep me alive a bit longer.